Hi, sanibonani, ngibuyile futhi. I promised you a video on Ilobolo, but before I do that, I just have two things that I want to clarify. One, we must be very careful to differentiate between African values, principles, versus what is isiko and culture. Also have to be very careful to differentiate between isintu nabantu, or izinto ezenziwa abantu. Culture is not God-made. Culture is man-made. That has to be clear to everybody. Having said that, kunezinto eziyenziwa abantu. Uthola ukuthi umuntu wenza into ethize mina ngayithanda ngumakhelwane, and then mase ngiyibuka ngithi nami ngiyafisa ukuthi ngiyenze kwami. Lento ke ibisi yaqhubeka yenziwa nabanye abantu belokhu bekopela, and then you end up having a situation where it's called i-culture. Into ekuthiwa i-culture esikhathini esiningi isukele ngento ethize nomuntu othize, and then it develops and ends up being called blanket culture. Much of what we say is culture actually is birthed from African values, which are manipulated, diluted, to then support only a certain gender. That's one. Number two, ngicela singalwisani, siyalungisa. Nezinto eziningi ezirong efanele siyilungisa, siyilungisele thina kuphela, but we're also doing it for our children and for the generations to come. Now, when I get men who attack me because I'm speaking about these things, and people who ask me, who's giving me the authority to speak on such? Well, I want to say it was okay when it was men speaking and telling us who we are. It was okay. It has become a problem when umuntu wesifazane or a woman is redefining herself based on what she has found out to be or who she is, not based on the narratives that men give us. I think one of the greatest tragedies of our time is not just ukuthi siyabulawa as abantu besifazane. It's not just ukuthi siyarishwa as abantu besifazane. I think the greatest tragedy of our time actually is that the narrative for women has been a narrative that has been written for women. It's not a narrative that we've ever defined for ourselves, but we're in a time and an era where women are wanting to redefine who they are. But again, mina, I'm going back in time to find out ukuthi before senziwe lento esiyona manje, who were we? And that's important. I once came across a quote that said, when you've been accustomed to power and privilege, when it's been your way of life, when you've been accustomed to power and privilege, even equality seems like oppression. And I thought, wow, because this is exactly what we're faced with. We're faced with amadoda who think equality is oppression, who think equality is something wrong. When actually what women are saying is, we don't want to rule over you, even though you've been ruling over us for centuries. We don't want to rule over you. We want to co-rule with you. We want to co-reign with you. Asifuna ukuncontrola, we just want to be us, and we want to live our own lives, and we want to redefine or define who we are for ourselves, and not have to live in the shadow and the narratives that have been created for us. Asilwi namuntu, hence I say we come in peace. Asilwi namuntu, kodwa we are very serious about this agenda.